Hello everyone. Now we are going to start chapter 5, continuity and differentiability. In class 11 we learned a chapter limit and derivatives. This chapter continuity and differentiability is a continuation part of limit and derivatives. And in class 11 we had learned to differentiate certain functions like polynomial functions and trigonometric functions. In this chapter, we introduce the very important concepts of continuity, differentiability and relation between them. We will also learn differentiation of inverse trigonometric functions. Further, we introduce a new class of functions called exponential and logarithmic functions. Now, we will start the concept continuity. Before going to start this concept, you must have a knowledge of limits. That is, how to find left hand limit and right hand limit of a given function. Now, we will start the concept continuity. We will explain this concept by taking an example. Let us consider one function f from R to R. It is defined as, consider a function f from R to R. It is defined as f of x is equal to, its value is 1 if x is less than or equal to 0 and its value is 2 if x is greater than 0. Now, we will draw the graph of this function now. Now we have x-axis and y-axis here. In this plane, we will draw the graph of this function. For less than or equal to 0, the value of the function is 1. Less than or equal to 0 means left of the origin. That is, for minus 1, minus 2, minus 3, the value of the function is 1. For x is equal to minus 1, the y value is 1. And for x is equal to minus 2, the y value is 1. And for x is equal to minus 3, the value of the function is 1. And also they are given that x is equal to 0, less than or equal to 0, means for x is equal to 0 also the value of the function is 1. For 0 also the value of the function is 1. If you join all these points, you will get the graph like this. This is left of the origin. Yes? Okay. Next, for greater than 0 means for 0.1 the value of the function is 2, for 0.2 the value of the function is 2, for 1 the value of the function is 2, for 2 the value of the function is 2, nothing but for greater than 0, nothing but for right side of the origin, for all these values the value of the function is 2 itself. Okay, for 3 you will get 2 and for 4 we will get 2. If you join all these points, you will get the graph like this. Okay, and we have to note that for 0 the value of the function is 1. So, I will make a solid point here, and for 0 the value of the function is not 2. Therefore, we have to make a hollow hole at 2. Okay, now for the next point on the right hand side, the value of the function is 2. Okay, therefore we get the graph like this. Now we have the graph of this function. This function is defined at every point of the real line, and if you see the graph, for these negative values minus 1, minus 2, minus 3, the value of the function is 1 only, and for the right hand side of the origin 1, 2, 3, the value of the function is 2. But at x is equal to 0, very left of the origin, that is for minus 0.01 and minus 0.02 and minus 0.01, the value of the function is 1. And at the points near and right of origin, that is for the points 0.1, 0.2, 0.3, the value of the function is 2. Already you know about the limits. First we will find left hand limit of this function. Left hand limit of this function, limit of f of x at x tends to 0 minus left of the origin. What is the value of the function? Its value is 1. That is, the functional value at the points near to the origin and left of the origin, the value of the function is 1. And if you find RHL is equal to limit of f of x as x tends to 0 plus nothing but the right hand limit of this function at x tends to 0 plus is for right side of the origin and very near to 0. Nothing for the points 0.1, 0.2, 0.3, the value of the function is 2. Therefore, right hand limit of this function as x tends to 0 plus is 2. Here the LHL value is 1 and RHL value is 2. Therefore, the left hand limit and right hand limit, they do not coincide here. So, we can say that LHL is not equal to RHL. Left hand limit is not equal to right hand limit. So, we can conclude that left hand limit is not coincide with right hand limit. And also, if we observe the graph of the function, we will note that when we try to draw the graph of the function, we cannot draw it in one stroke. That is, without lifting pen from the plane of the paper, we cannot draw the graph of this function. In fact, we need to lift the pen when we come to 0 from the left. That is, if we start the graph from the left hand side, we have to lift the hand at 0 to complete the graph. X equal to 0 is the point of discontinuity. At x equal to 0, we have to lift the hand to complete the graph. Therefore, the function is discontinuous. It is not continuous at x is equal to 0. We will take one more example to explain the continuity. Consider the function f from R to R defined by f of x is equal to, its value is 1 if x is not equal to 0 and its value is 2 if x is equal to 0. Now we will draw the graph of this function. Now we have x axis and y axis here. Now we will draw the graph of this function. For x is not equal to 0. The functional value is 1. Not equal to 0 means either it is less than 0 or greater than 0. For less than 0, the value of the function is 1. For less than 0 means for minus 1, minus 2, minus 3, the value of the function is 1. And for greater than 0, that is for 1, 2, 3, the value of the function is 1. And what about at x is equal to 0.1? 0.1 is also greater than 0. Therefore, the value of the function is 1. For 0.5 also the value of the function is 1. And for minus 0.1 the value of the function is 1. For minus 0.5 the value of the function is 1. Okay. And at x equal to 0, what is the value of the function? 2. So, at x equal to 0, the value of the function is 2. Therefore, we will make a solid point at 2. Okay. At x equal to 0, the value of the function is 2 and not equal to 1. Therefore, we will make a hollow hole at 1 and we will draw the graph by joining all these points. We will get like this. Okay. This is a graph of the given function. If you see the graph, see here, for negative values very close to 0 and for left of the 0, the value of the function is 1, and very close to 0 and right of the origin, the value of the function is 1. If you find left hand limit and right hand limit of this function, you will get it as left hand limit of this function at x tends to 0, that is 0 minus, you will get it as what? for left of the origin and very close to origin, the value of the function is 1. And right hand limit of f of x as x tends to 0 plus, nothing but very near to 0 and right hand side of the 0, positive side of the 0. You will get the value of the function as 1. If you see these values, we can get LHL is equal to RHL. But still the function is not continuous at x equal to 0. Why? Because if you draw the graph of this function without lifting hand, it is not possible. We note that we cannot draw the graph of the function without lifting the pen. If you want to see, we can draw the graph now. If you start from here, okay, we have to lift the hand at x equal to 0 because the value of the function is 2. Again we have to lift the hand for the right hand side of the origin. So at x equal to 0, anyhow we have to lift the hand. So we cannot draw at one stroke. So this function is not continuous at x is equal to 0. LHL and RHL equal, then also the function is not continuous because this is not equal to functional value at x equal to 0. LHL value is 1, RHL value is 1, but f of 0 at x equal to 0, the value of the function is 2. Therefore, LHL is equal to RHL, but it is not equal to f of 0. Therefore, we can say that the function is not continuous at x is equal to 0. If you say that the function is continuous, nothing but we can draw the graph of the function without lifting the pen. If you get the graph like that, then the function is continuous. Understood? Now we have a definition of continuity at a given point. Definition: suppose f is a real function on a subset of real numbers and let C be a point in the domain of f, then f is continuous at C if limit of f of x as x tends to C is equal to f of C. More elaborately, we can write limit of f of x as x tends to C as limit of f of x as x tends to C minus is equal to limit of f of x as x tends to C plus this is equal to f of C. That is, left hand limit at x is equal to C, right hand limit at x is equal to C, and the functional value at x is equal to C. If all three are equal, if all these three values are equal, then we say that the function is continuous at x is equal to C. This is the definition of continuity at a given point C. Next, we will solve some examples how to find whether the function is continuous or not by taking some examples. Okay. First example, check the continuity of the function f given by f of x is equal to 2x plus 3 at x is equal to 1. First condition is what? First we have to check whether the function is defined for all the real numbers or not. Yes, the function is defined for all the real numbers and also at x equal to 1, particularly at x equal to 1, the function is defined. The value of the function is f of x is equal to 2x plus 3. And first we will find the value of the function at x is equal to 1. At x is equal to 1, f of x is what? 2x plus 3. If you substitute in place of x as a 1, what you will get? 2 into 1 plus 3. That is 5 will get. 2 plus 3 will get 5. Therefore, f of 1 value is 5. Next we will find the limit of the function at x equal to 1. Limit of the function at x tends to 1, or we say converges to 1. Here no need to find left hand limit and right hand limit. Why? Because for all the values, for negative values and for positive values, the functional value is same. That is, for less than 1 means 0, -1, -2, -3, for all those values the function value is 2x plus 3, and for right side of 1, that is 2, 3, 4, 5, for all these values the functional value is what? 2x plus 3 itself. Therefore, no need to find left hand limit and right hand limit. Combinedly we will find this term, that is limit of f of x as x tends to 1. Limit of f of x, what is the f of x value? 2x plus 3 as x converges to 1, tends to 1, or we can say, okay. Limit of 2x plus 3 as x tends to value becomes 2 into, in place of x, the x value is converges to 1. That means x value is very close to 1. For example, 0.9999999999999 like this. If you substitute the x value like that, again you will get 2 into that term plus 3 becomes 4.99999999999. You will get. That means very near to 5 only. Okay. That's why we will put the x value as a 1 itself. 1 plus 3. That is 2 into 1 is 2. 2 plus 3 is 5. Therefore, limit of f of x as x tends to 1 is equal to f of 1 value, f of 1. If limit of f of x as x tends to c is equal to f of c, then we said that the function is continuous at x is equal to c. Similarly, we have here limit of f of x as x tends to 1 is equal to f of 1. Therefore, we can say the given function f of x is equal to 2x plus 3 is continuous at x is equal to 1. This is example number 1. Now we will take second example, examining whether the function f given by f of x is equal to x square is continuous at x is equal to 0. First we have to check that whether the function is defined for all the real numbers or not. Yes, the given function is defined for all the real numbers, particularly at x equal to 0 the function is defined. And first we have to find the functional value at x equal to 0. At x is equal to 0, what is f of x value? F of x value is x square. If you substitute in place of x as a 0, then you will get to 0 square, nothing but 0. Therefore, at x equal to 0, the functional value is 0. Now, we will find limit of f of x as x tends to 0. Limit of, what is the f of x value? It is given that x square as x tends to 0. If you substitute in place of x as a 0, then what you will get? 0 square you will get a 0 only. Why we have to substitute in place of x as a 0? Because x is very near to 0. That is 0.000000001. If you substitute that number also, you will get a 0 only. That's why we simply substitute this value in place of x. Then we will get 0 square, that is 0. Therefore, we can conclude that f of 0 is also 0 and limit of f of x as x tends to 0 is also 0. Therefore, limit of f of x as x tends to 0 is equal to f of 0. Therefore, the given function is, f of x is equal to x square is continuous at x is equal to 0. Let us consider next example, example number 3. Discuss the continuity of the function f given by f of x is equal to modulus function mod x at x is equal to 0. The given function is f of x is equal to mod x. This function is called as modulus function. This function we already discussed in PUC first year. What is the definition of modulus function? Modulus function is equal to, its value is x if x is greater than or equal to 0 and its value is minus x if x is less than 0. This is the definition of the modulus function. First we have to see that whether the function is defined for all the numbers, for all the real numbers or not. The function is defined for all the real numbers. For greater than or equal to 0, the function is x, and for less than 0, the value of the function is minus x. Means the function is defined for all the real numbers. Particularly at x is equal to 0, the function is defined. Yes. Next, what we have to find? What is the functional value at x is equal to 0? At x equal to 0, what is f of x value? At x equal to 0, where the sign equal to is there, please see that x is equal to 0 here. For x is equal to 0, the value of the function is x. F of x is equal to x. If you substitute in place of x as a 0, then you will get a 0. Therefore, at x equal to 0, the functional value is 0. Understood? Next, we have to find left hand limit and right hand limit of this function at x is equal to 0. Left hand limit of this function LHL is equal to limit of f of x as x tends to 0 is equal to limit of, what is f of x value at x tends to 0, 0 minus is nothing but what? Less than 0. This minus represents less than 0, very close to 0 and less than 0. For less than 0, what is the value of the function? Minus x. So, we will substitute in place of f of x as minus x as x tends to 0. This is equal to what we have to substitute in place of x? 0. Minus 0 will get. That is 0, because 0 neither positive nor negative. We can write minus 0 as 0 itself. Therefore, the LHL value is 0. Then what about RHL value of this function? Limit of f of x as x tends to 0 plus. 0 plus, it means greater than 0. For greater than 0, what is the value of the function? Its value is x. Therefore, in place of f of x, we will substitute x as x tends to 0. If the x value is converges to 0, then this x also converges to 0. So, left hand limit of this function is 0 and right hand limit is also 0. Left hand limit is equal to right hand limit. Therefore, left hand limit is equal to right hand limit, as well as this is equal to functional value at 0. Functional value means f of 0 is also 0. Therefore, this is equal to f of 0. All three values are equal for this function. Therefore, the function is continuous at x is equal to 0. Therefore, we can conclude that the modulus function, the function f of x is equal to mod x is continuous at x is equal to 0. We can also see the graph of this function. The graph of the modulus function is like this. Y-axis, take x-axis, x dash, y dash. Okay. The graph of the modulus function is like what? Already you know the graph of the function from the first year. You already have this concept in first year. So, the graph of the modulus function is like this. Can we draw the graph of the function without lifting pen? Yes, we can draw. If you want to see, you can see now. We have to come like this. Again, we have to go like this. Without lifting pen, or say without lifting hand, we can draw the graph of this function completely. Therefore, the modulus function is continuous at every point of its domain. In particular, the function is also continuous at x is equal to 0, because at x equal to 0, we are not lifting the hand. We are come closer to 0 and again we will continue the graph like this. Therefore, this function is continuous at each and every point of its domain. Therefore, the modulus function is continuous function. Still many functions are there. We have to check the continuity for those functions also. We'll discuss those examples in the next session. Till then, thank you.